Okay, greetings class. These are the notes on the third string exercises. So, to begin with, we're going to be learning the open third string, which is G, and then the second fret, which is A. So G and A, we're not doing any more notes in the string because the next one up, third fret, is B flat. So we're not learning flats, sharps at this point, so A sharp or B flat. And then this note is B, and is the same note as your open second string. So that's why we only do G and A on the third string. Let's go into screen sharing and take a look at the first exercise. That. Okay. So third string exercise is this first line. You're playing G here, open third string, A, second fret, G again in half notes, A again in half notes, and then G to A in quarter notes, and then back to G. So here we go. Let's play that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next measure, A, second fret with your second finger, back to G, now to A, okay, next exercise is down here. And this one is 2 lines long. So we're going to go through all the notes that we've learned so far. So the 2 notes on the third string, G and A. And here are the 3 notes on the second string, B, C, and D, open, first fret, third fret. And the 3 notes we learned on the first string, open, first fret, third fret, E, F, and G. And then we just go backwards down through those notes. Starting over here, and we'll play this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm on the third measure, fourth measure, going down to the next line, second measure, third measure, fourth measure. Okay. Exercise 1. Similar idea. One thing that is slightly different is that we go through all the notes that we've learned. We get up to G, and then unlike the previous exercise, we're not going to repeat that G note when we come back down. We're just going to kind of pivot on that note and then come back down. But playing 2 quarter notes for each of the notes that we've learned. So G 2 times, A 2 times, D 2 times, etc. And let's go ahead and play that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm on the second measure, third measure, fourth measure, next line down, second measure, third measure, and last measure. Exercise 2 is only 1 line long, and it's kind of meant to be played over and over again. When you play the last note that you play is an A note, and that's going to feel like it's not complete. So the idea is that you could play this over and over again, and then if you did that, then you would maybe end back on this G note. But anyways, the other thing that's happening here is we're going back and forth between strings. So you're playing the G note here, which is the open third string, and then the B note, which is the open second string, then back to the third string playing the A note, and then back to the second string playing the C note, first fret, and then playing the open second string, third fret of the second string, and then playing the third fret of the second string again, open second string, first fret of the second string, and then A, second fret of the third string. So a little more back and forth between strings. Here we go, starting at the beginning, right here, exercise 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, exercise 3. The idea behind this one is that you are playing the G note and playing all the other notes that you know. So you keep going back to the open third string. So G to A, G to B, G to C, G to D, G to E, etc. And then it ends with, after you get to the G note on the third fret of the first string, then you play D and then G again. So here we go with exercise 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going on to the third string songs. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I have to zoom out a little bit more. Yeah, I guess you don't need to see that third string songs up there. Okay, so Au clair de la lune is 4 lines long. Here we go. Starting on the first line up here, you're playing C, the first fret of the second string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line. Next line. Okay, next one, orally. And this one is also 4 lines long, a little bit more complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4. Line. Next line. Okay. Now, this next song has chords in it. Oh dear, and we are going to have to zoom out a bit more. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, right here, we got a chord, and here we have a chord, here we have a chord. There's just 2. The first one is like part of a G7 chord. So the bottom note is G, open third string. Next note up, B, open second string. And then on top, F, first fret of the first string. And then over here is part of a C chord. Bottom note is G. The next note up is C. Top note is E, so that's open third string, first fret of the second string, and then the open first string. For both of these chords, you can just use your first finger, obviously, for the fretted note that you play. You see G7 again here, and then you see the C chord again down here. So when you play these, basically you're just going to, put the finger down that you need to put down, and then just drag the pick across the 3 strings, and only the 3 strings that you're playing. That is, you only strum the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings for both chords. Right, so I think that's all I need to tell you about that. So let's go and play this. So starting right here at the beginning on that open E note. 1, 2, 3, 4. And strum. 3, 4. All right, and then our last song. The water is wide. You see these arcs here. Well, what that means is you're going to play this note, this open E note, and you're going to let it ring for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, but then another count of 1. That's why the arc is there. That note is tied to that one. It's called a tie. So that E note that you play will last for a total count of 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Happens again here, and here, and here, and here. And then at the end, you're playing a chord, and that is that C chord that we played in the previous song. Okay, starting off at the beginning on this open G note, which is the open 3rd string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And that is it for the 3rd string exercises and songs.